It's Sunday, and we're going to chop. Furry's getting in this pushing tractor. We just untarped the plastic. There was a lot of water in that plastic, so that was good to tarp it. Christos headed to the field. You got Gar over here Snapchatting. And we're gonna go get in the dump carts. So it rained a lot last night. Yesterday I was in two-wheel drive pulling this. I don't think it's really gonna actually be wet. I think it might be slimy, but we ain't gonna really sink in. There's just water sitting on top because it's just been so dry. This really isn't gonna give us anything of an issue. I mean, look at it. We're barely cutting. I'm not too worried. And we have had it a crazy amount wetter, so this ain't bad. Christos ready. He's got Henry with him again. We've had years where we were sinking in 6 inches to a foot right here. I'm barely able to pull this. Yeah, this is still nice going. I bet you could creep by running the floaters on the trucks, but we never had them on this year. Except for in the spring when we were spreading, and we've hadn't had to put them back on since, and we weren't gonna just put them on for snappage. Can't have the music. Gotta turn the music off. We got a little bit of a soft spot earlier, but I mean, it was so little that you couldn't even tell, like, on camera. Look at that! We found mud, boys and girls. We found some. It ain't much, but it's honest. So we got Ferdy here. He's pushing, he's waiting for me. We're gonna get this bunk filled today, and then we're gonna cover because the stuff at Beddoes is just too green. We tested it yesterday. Oh, I went too far. And it's at 40%. It's too much for us. So we're gonna let it dry a little bit longer. And Ferdy's gonna put the tractor on that tire just to make sure this don't roll over.
I had half of my pasta from last night.
We're dumping. Driving straight from the field to the bunk with a dump cart is a lot faster, and we need less people. I'm not saying this dump wagon will roll over, but we've had times where that tire picked up pretty far. So we just do it so nothing happens. It's working out pretty good so far. As soon as I'm back, they're basically full enough to where Christoph wants to send them. We're we're not overfilling nothing. Just cause it's not worth it. You'll break an axle with it bouncing through the fields like this, and I don't know. It's just, it ain't worth it to us. A little bit slimy. We're all done this field. What you have here is Gerhard waiting for Christoph to open up. He is sitting in this field. But, well, I got a burp. We'll probably just sit right here and wait. We got this field right here left. Also up here.
No, I didn't have to deal with that. He made a huge scene, like fucking 10 people got up and just left, like, we're gonna show this bar.
There, talk.
And nobody cared. Nobody cares that you are a fucking...
Oh boy, we're... Christoph, you're dragging one of the axle triangles. That's not good.
If he's dragging an axle, he better stop.
No, the triangle that connects the axle. He's just dragging it. He's got his CB off. He don't hear me. God. Oh, I gotta call him.
He's like, I wonder why I had to put in four-wheel drive.
I gotta call him. Don't you worry, guys. We got a hold of him. That's why we have the radios. But you know, he turned it off. So by the time he picked up the phone, the guy's already in here. So we'll go investigate. So what happened, Christoph?
Looks like a weld pump.
He turned the CB off. It broke the weld. So he's gonna send it.
Yeah, I'm
Too tired to fix it. If it falls off, it falls off.
Huh?
If it falls off, it falls off.
Falls off.
Maybe we'll finally
Too far away.
we'll have a reason to make it into the single axle maybe.
No, we're gonna keep using it. We're gonna weld it back together tomorrow and keep using it.
Alright.
Stop me for that.
What? Didn't have to stop you for that. You're dragging some of the dump wagon. Alright. Whatever. We're gonna send to Garrett. Well, we're just not gonna back up. So Henry, what do you think?
He just woke up. I think he slept for an hour and a half.
Well, you're still a little tired.
Yeah.
But
Well, he fall back to sleep. No, I doubt he'll fall asleep again.
he's just opening. This is dusty. I told him that we're waiting on the dough stuff for like a week.
For a week or two.
We got other work to do anyways.
Woods. Even though nobody likes to see that, we're going back in the woods.
No. Those videos don't do good, but it is what it is and it's what we're doing, so.
We have to.
Because Christoph's gonna split the field right away while he's hooked on. He just had to come out here to turn. I don't think he'll find the perfect spot to go in, but whatever. Go over one. Don't back up. There you go. I think that's the one. I don't at Christoph. He found a mud hole. He got her bogged. Let her have it. What the heck? Where'd that come from? Okay. That was weird. It's always a little wet there, but for how dry it is this year, we weren't expecting anything. That's why we got out of the mud hole. Henry's driving now.
He's driving now. He showed me how.
I see you were struggling, so. Lift with the knees. He's gotta jerk it a little. I don't think he's a little tight. I turned the camera off for 2 seconds and I literally just pulled the pin. Purdy's gonna get the wrenches. We're just gonna unbolt it and hammer it out. Forwards. Forwards. I guess I can plug his hoses in. That just means the fitting's getting a little bad. I changed one on the other dump wagon this year. Probably the one that looks like that.
Oh, moist over there?
He found one mud hole. Don't back up, and then Ferdy's getting the wrenches to unbolt that. Yep, that's cute. We're just gonna run it. So, that is actually the last load for Gerhardt, and I have my last load. But we didn't make it without something breaking for real. Yeah.
We got everything here to fix it.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, this is actually like Gerhardt's last load, we're thinking.
The bolt popped off.
Oh, that's
and
it?
then it popped back on. So we just got to pick it up, straighten the wheel. Put the
That's
bolt back.
funny. So, since we have everything, because nothing really disappeared, we're thinking, so we're gonna lift it with a loader, turn it, and pop the bolt back in. We should put a nut on it. We should do that, Ferdy. We should put a nut on it.
Yeah.
Since that fell off for good. And we'll keep rolling. She's real.
Hey, wait, I got it. I got a nut and everything.
Wait, you got a nut? We're gonna fix it good. We got a nut. Look at that.
You've got the impact of my tractor already.
Straight as an arrow. That one's turned too, so that's why it looks like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. 5-second fix.
Right.
They unbolted that earlier.
So now we're using the bolt and the nut.
The bolt and nut from that is what's getting used to
Fix this.
yeah. We made it this whole time without that. You don't need that, that's just
That's what happens when you're at the end of the season. You just finish.
yeah. We are not, well, we're not really finished because we still gotta wait a week or however long Christoph can fix himself. I think you need the 1/2 inch. The little 3/8 just don't got it in her. She's cross-threaded and ugga-dugga down. She's tight. I can get you guys some bunk footage here. Birdie's smacking the bucket down. Garrett's dumping. I mean, That couldn't have broke. If it broke right here so we could have dumped it, that would have been really nice, but it was a quick fix, so we're not complaining. I think the nut disappeared and somehow it popped up and the bolt came right back down. Not having to run trucks and can come straight from the field, the dump car is very nice. I can be honest though, the 8480 or anything, they hate climbing snaplage. I don't think I've ever recorded pushing snaplage. Once the face gets steep like this, it really doesn't matter what you're using, because corn's really hard to push when it's steep because it's really thin. Unlike grass, you can push that stuff almost vertical because it's stringy, so it holds together. But snaplage and corn, snaplage is even worse than corn. The steeper you get, the harder it is to climb because it's just so thin, it just slides out underneath you like snow. I mean, not as bad as snow, but it's just a comparison for what people use are used to. Because unless you're a farmer, you're not used to pushing stuff like this. But most people push snow. So yeah, snaplage, it's very loose. It packs like crazy, but once you got a little bit of layers on it, like when you're pushing it up, you didn't pack that little bit because you're in the middle of pushing, so until you get it packed down, it's hard to climb. This thing's quiet. He's getting her close right there. Living on the edge. So Ferdy's running the tractor. He's doing it with that one just because it's easier to get to these cement corners, because the duals stick out wider than the other tractor's bucket. Garrett's grabbing another shovel or two. This sand's very wet. It did rain. I wasn't lying, even though the fields look pretty dry and we didn't really sink at all. The sand pile got really nasty, so it's not shaking out well. So it'll make a little bit of an issue for this. Christoph's over there levitating. Gotta get these corners filled in. We are gonna put a roll of tires along all the edges. I can't talk right now, jeez. As soon as he gets this situated, we'll start unrolling. You gotta put more sand down, bud. Ferdy. I'm pulling this tight over here. Yeah, we're just gonna move. We're moving. We got it tight enough. I ain't standing there. Right over the edge. How do you like your pile? That's a great spot. Oh my gosh. There ain't no raccoons digging through there. That tarp. Yeah. Alright, the bunk's all covered. We got enough open for feeding in the morning. We gotta pull the tarp up more, but it might rain, so we might pull it up in the morning. And that's it for this video. We'll see what's coming next.